Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. So, had a couple trailers that dropped. I did a couple reviews. A couple of reactions. But this is one I've been waiting on. I was waiting on this one, and I saw they did like a little special thing with it. It was they released a little what they call that, just some clips from it while they was talking about it. So it wasn't actually a trailer. So this is the reign of the Superman. Now, I was a big fan of the comic run of this when it first came out. I remember going to the store and buying these as they was coming out. I usually didn't do that. I got comics, but I didn't buy them when they was new. I kind of just got them secondhand, to read or whatever. And when this run came out, because I remember somebody at my school let me read The Death of Superman, and then somebody was like, "Hey, Superman coming back." I'm like, "What?" They say, "Well, now they got all these other Supermans come back, other Supermans," and then and so I went to the store and they was sitting on the shelf. I'm like, "Huh." So I grabbed one. I really loved it. I think that was the Superboy one. And then they was like, yeah. And then they had the other covers on the back of that cover saying like, "Oh, get those other Superman covers, the other Superman ones." So I was like, okay. So, every week I went to the store to get the other Superman just to check it out or whatever. So I was like, I was really into that. I was into that storyline. So, I'm really interested to see what they do with this movie because, this was actually one arc that I really enjoyed, and I'm thinking like, okay, they finally gonna make a movie or put this in the show or whatever, because they kind of they didn't really mess with this in the animated series or any movies. So I really wanted to see this. It's a few comic arcs that was real popular that they never made movies about, like the Batman Nightfall, that arc. They never did nothing with that. But this is one that, like I said, I've been waiting for. They finally doing it, so I can't wait to see this. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch this trailer, and then I have a little discussion for what I think about it. So without further ado, Reign of the Supermen trailer. Radicator.
What is their place?
The cyborg Superman.
The Man of Steel is dead. We saw the body. It's time for human beings to stop relying on leagues and titans and start saving ourselves. I can give each of you the power to be your own hero.
Clark's body disappears, and suddenly these new Supermen show up out of the blue.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Superman. There is only one Superman.
You look like Superman, but Superman died in my arms.
For my people, death doesn't have to be the end. Terrible things are coming, Lois. I can feel it. We gotta be our own heroes. We sure as hell could make some noise. When the Daily Planet said Superman is dead, it painted a target on the Earth.
How do we even begin to fight that?
When is it coming out? I didn't see when it was coming out. Shit. Okay. All right. So that was the reign of the Superman. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I didn't really I didn't really get a good look at. Well, I got a good look, but I didn't really get a good grasp on what is, how they're gonna do it. Is it gonna be just like the comics? Is Superman gonna come back at the end? So I see they got Man of Steel, the Cyborg Superman, Eradicator, and Superboy. They all got different backstories, and I'm gonna just spoil it right now. None of them actually Superman. They led you to believe that some of them could have been Superman, like resurrected or not sure. That was the best part about it. You just wasn't sure. You only were sure about Steel Man of Steel because they made it clear that it was a man that made a suit, and he was just trying to protect his part of the city because Superman was gone, and he made a suit to honor Superman, but he made the suit kind of, after Superman to honor him, but he was clearly not trying to pretend he was Superman, so that was clear. And then Superboy, that wasn't him. You was kind of like, is this his son or what the fuck? And then you find out, later, I don't want to spoil it, but something else was to deal with Superboy. And you find out that in the comic. Like at the end of the comic, you find out how these ain't the actual, ain't the actual people. I mean, these ain't actually Clark. These are different people, and somehow they kind of, they all got a connection with Superman, but they not him. So it looks good. I'm not sure who the actual threat is gonna be, but I'm thinking like, well, all the Justice League there, so it ain't like the city's just done. Like, all right, but whatever, it's still, it looks good. I didn't see when it come out. I really can't. I can't wait to come out. I will be doing a review for it. But yeah, if the action is on par with the rest of these, then I ain't worried about the action. I'm more worried about how they play the storyline out. But it's kind of like when you got the blueprint already, it's like, how can you mess up? But sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. So that was the Reign of Superman. Looks good. Can't wait to see it. I like all the voice work, the voice actors or whatever. And so yeah, Reign of the Superman. And I will be getting a review up once once it's out. So thanks for checking out the video. All right, peace.